Hello and welcome. I'm Annette Reeder from thebiblicalnutritionist.com, and today I'm answering your questions. And today's questions are all about, is sugar bad for your health? May seem like an obvious answer, but yet the questions today are going to dive into some very deep details, specifically cancer and some other challenges that people have. So that's what we're going to talk about today. But before we get started, I am going to tell you that I'm going to be giving away at the end of this video a free product. And this is called Kids Mood Plus. We know that many children are put on Ritalin just to get them to calm down and to be able to function. But yet Ritalin has so many side effects that it's so harmful for kids. They just don't feel like themselves or how they want to feel. Well, this has saffron in it, and the saffron extract, which can be very expensive, but it also works because it is better than Ritalin, and kids can have that nice feeling like, I like who I am. And it's in like a little pixie stick, so you just kind of drink it and it's just so good. And it's so delicious, but yet it helps the kids to have less anxiety, be able to do their math, do their schoolwork, function as a normal kid, and not have side effects. So if this is something your children or grandchildren need to check out, I'll put a link to it down below. But today I'm giving away as a free gift someone who wrote a review of one of my books, either on Amazon or on thebiblicalnutritionist.com. And mostly I like to give you free gifts. So thanks for joining me here today. Now let's get started with today's questions. Is sugar bad for your health? Well, a question came in that says, does and how does cancer really thrive on sugar? Submitted by Kathy. Well, this is a really good question, and I understand why you're asking it. So when our body is out of balance, our defenses are not working as they should. Sugar, specifically processed sugars, is not a natural organic fruit or a natural organic vegetable. Processed sugars contribute to the microbiome being in dysbiosis. This means your defenses are now down as the body is working harder to get back into balance. Sugar interferes with the natural defense that we have, the way God set it up. It changes the microbiota. And so now our body, which takes care of invaders, cannot defend every cancer cell trying to metabolize or just grow. One, because our immune system is down, and two, basically sugar holds back or keeps our defenses so busy. And also sugar is the fuel that cancer loves to grow quickly. Now this is proven by a PET scan. A PET scan uses a radioactive form of glucose to see where tumors are growing in the body. It shows how tumors love sugar. Natural sugars that God designed in fruits do not cause this uptake in tumors. Natural foods, specifically the cruciferous vegetables, which I've taught you so many times in these videos, will block the nutrition line to tumors. Also remember the three principles. Eat the foods that God called good. Eat the foods as close to His design before being altered beyond their value. And don't let any food become your God. A food god is a food you cannot live without. So sugar, specifically proven through the PET scan, loves to take in sugar. It needs that glucose so it can get the nutrition quickly so it can grow rapidly. But that is always the processed sugars, not the God-designed foods. The question says, if I'm watching my sugar intake, should I be concerned about eating purple potatoes? Submitted by Mary. When I was filming our Treasures of Healthy Living video series, Dr. Cooey explained this. The more potatoes are changed or processed, such as the white potato, the more sugars are released when we consume them. Now mind you, you have to understand people love their sweets, so the food industry is trying to comply. But he also pointed out that new potatoes, small potatoes, have a low glucose content and are better utilized by diabetics or those with cancer. And purple potatoes are part of that collection. So the best potatoes are grown in your own yard and they're not sprayed or radiated. Purple potatoes are perfect when they're young potatoes. And also these are the potatoes that I grow in my yard. Potatoes originally came in over like 1,000 different varieties. But our mono diets that we have been fed for many years now has it down to just white and yellow and sweet potatoes or red potatoes, which is still better than white potatoes. question was asked, you mentioned the dangers of sugar in your stem cell video. Does this include sugar in fruit? Submitted by Mark. No. So let's look back at the 3 principles. Number 1, eat the foods that God called good for us to eat. Number 2, eat the foods as close to God's design. And number 3, don't let any food become an addiction. Well, I have not met anyone who's addicted to apples. Then there are only so many apples a person can eat in one day. There's no way you can be addicted to apples. Yet, you can be addicted to Apple Jack cereal. A person could eat 3 to 5 bowls of Apple Jacks and still be craving sugar, and that's not uncommon. In God's design, there are always cofactors, phytonutrients. Man discovers the cofactors and then removes them to sell in a different product. Real food feeds the real cells in our body. Isolated nutrients starve the cells of the missing cofactors and leave us in sickness. So fruit has all the bioflavonoids, all the cofactors for the body to utilize it well and bring healing. Yet I would choose organic or clean the fruit really well, and then you should be able to enjoy them. And yes, they will build healthy stem cells without having a sugar overload that we get in processed food. Well, thank you for letting me answer your questions. To get more answers to biblical health, go to biblicalnutritionacademy.com and find the first course that you want to get started in. We have a Conquering Cancer course that I highly recommend. We're going to be interviewing some specific doctors in our webinars associated with that course. And it's a one-time purchase and you get it forever, and we get to meet monthly and talk about it. So that I highly recommend. And there's many other courses there that may interest you. Well, today, I just want to say thank you for writing reviews of my books, either on Amazon or at thebiblicalnutritionist.com. Today's winner is Tara. Tara, you're going to get the Kids Mood Supplement, and these are just little quick pixie sticks. You're going to love it. Adults can take this too. If you're just having a moment in your days like, my mind's just not working for me, you can actually use these as well. So these are delicious. Your children will love it, or your grandchildren. And so just send us an email at info@thebiblicalnutritionist.com. And in your email, give us your address. Well, thank you everyone for letting me share with you God's recipe for excellent health. I look forward to meeting you in the Biblical Nutrition Academy.